Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Salem by Night. I am the Reverend Nosarkon. My name is Will. I'll be your storyteller this evening. And last we left off, we opened up with Melvin and Lydia discussing the events of the Elysium. Uh, he had found her packing up her stuff because he learned that with Connie gone, Anastasia Richards had gave them until the end of the year to find different accommodations. She let him know that she's going to be staying with her sire for a little bit, Isaiah Thomas. Uh, they had a nice moment to honor Albert Frost because of the Day of the Dead. They went up to the roof to set some candles aside for him. And they got to see a quiet side of the city from up there. Once back down, Melvin found the letter from Mustang that she had left for him, explaining why she had to leave. Lydia mentioned that she was going to. He mentioned to Lydia rather that he was going to stay at his haven with the hippies over in West Salem. And after they finished, Melvin ran into the sheriff in the lobby where he told him that a fledgling wanted to meet up with both of them tomorrow evening at the Vagabond. The sheriff also asked him about the Nosferatu in the north end of town that has yet to announce himself and whether he knew him at all. And then he also said that he put Samantha Crushing on Katif duty since she won't automatically kill them. Um, and then he also asked him about his connection to Andreas Barker and the Free Souls because uh, he's looking for a biker that has been seen with them. The next night, the sheriff and a girl called Janine, that he called Janine, showed up to the Vagabond, mentioned that they had information about getting to Grant Reynolds, but her boyfriend was diablerized by the Free Souls member in the picture that he had given him. Mentioned that they had left their old lives behind, including their names, and so he had started calling himself Scratch. She said that they claimed a piece of the domain that nobody was using, and that hadn't been used by the people that were operating there at one point, and then mentioned that the biker that they got into an altercation with said that the area was controlled by his friends, and it wasn't long before Melvin, because he's a detective, figured out that she was talking about the last call area. As she left so that he could talk to the sheriff, he noticed a tuft of a cat ear underneath her hood as she stepped away. Melvin revealed how Connie had been locked up to the sheriff in some prison that had been specially made to hold Kindred, and mentioned that he had wanted to get all the information that they had on it so that he could figure out what was going on. Sheriff let him know that he had Leslie Thatcher on that situation. Also made it a point to let him know to be careful and be what's it called, soft around her because she is a Malkavian, to be gentle with her. And then he saw that he uncharacteristically knocked twice on the table before he left. And then Melvin took off for the Albatross looking for Erickson Wood and Andreas Barker, while they pulled up to the last call around 2 in the morning. They saw that transients had made the place a home for themselves. Andreas became invisible, walked in through the front door, and found an older gentleman and a young girl in the front room. Erickson saw that there were a dozen or so tents spread out throughout the back alley and into the back office area, as well as a couple people just trying to make lives for themselves here in the open space. Uh, they realized that all of these were human, except for when they tried to get some time for themselves, and Erickson tried to use dread gaze to push the older man away from him, and then noticed that he turned into this 9 foot tall werewolf in front of them. But Andreas drove him off with a clean shot from one of the silver bullets that he has left. They saw him vanish uh, right in front of them. All the vagrants took off during the fight and the transformation, and Andreas ended up calling the Free Souls to kind of clean out the place. They found graffiti outside. Among the different writings, the name Scratch, the word Haven, the drawing of a middle finger. Inside, Andreas found some scratched in runes on each corner of the older gentleman's tent. And as they were cleaning out the bar, they saw Melvin approach them. He showed them a picture of August and explained how the sheriff had put him up to finding him. Revealed that this isn't the tower that Melvin had signed up to follow, and that together they might be able to quote unquote fix what's wrong. At the same time, he wanted to find out who was responsible for Mickey's final death. He showed them that he has claws now, that he has access to Protean. He also revealed that he has a way to get to Otis King, which has been a hurdle for these two. And he also revealed that there is a prison in the city that is designed to hold Kindred. And the three of them came to an accord to work together. Melvin introduced them to Betty D. Mentioned not feeding on any of the cats in the area because they don't know which ones belong to Teddy. And it was revealed that the sheriff had been asking about Teddy. And after a few minutes, Betty D came back, followed by the three cats that they know to be Leopold, Gustav, and Victor, that belonged to Teddy, and they were meowing for help. They followed the cats up into the Kaiser area of North Salem, where they saw four people, three men and a woman, that had captured Teddy as they were struggling to pull him up onto the bed of their truck. And we left off with them arriving to see them beating on their poor Nosferatu friend as they were trying to take him away. This is where we're going to find everybody again. That was a bit of a little bit of a cliffhanger.
I totally forgot that last part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the part where they're beating the shit out of Teddy. Yeah, let's all forget about that.
No,
Shit.
it's Teddy though.
It's Teddy.
Do not
It's
kill
a Teddy.
Teddy.
You do not mess with Teddy.
Yeah. So, there, like I said, there are three men, one woman. It seems that the woman is directing the men on what to do. Teddy looks to be unconscious. Two of them look like they have bats. One of them has a metal pipe still in his hand. There's a couple of chains that look to have been strewn about. So it was not a pretty situation to have walked into.
Okay. And we're all just at that. We all see this at the same time.
Yeah, you all come up on the scene together because you're all in the same. You all ran with the cats.
Okay.
I look over at Andreas, and then I turn and I look over at Melvin, and I say, "Who do you want alive?"
Well,
obviously the woman. Look, the woman's the one giving instructions. Keep her alive.
Sounds good. And I start dipping. I start dipping.
So when he does that, and I will, before he gives any kind of thing, I take like a step back.
Mhm.
Would I be able to obfuscate?
Oh,
If they're not paying attention to you, maybe.
Well, and the thing is, since you were at eye line, I moved back.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And after that, can I get a quick description of the area around them?
So they are not too close to the river. They're about maybe 200 yards from the river's edge, from the Willamette River. It looks like this is an area not too far away from the Rapids Water Park. You're just on one of the western curves that the Willamette takes before going back north. The Rapids Park is a huge kind of spread out opening. So you're on the edge of where like the city ends and the park begins. So there's not really any.
No, that's okay. I just you already gave me the river, and that's really all I need. So I figure I'll figure if they're turned to facing the river, they'll be turning away from us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go to try and do Fata Morgana, and I'm gonna bring up what looked like a small pack of fucking like rabid savage Nosferatu, like leaping out of the water like creature from the Black Lagoon style.
Okay. What senses do you want to affect? Just sight?
We'll go with sight. No, sight and sound, because I just want them to be looking in that direction, so they don't even need to feel water splashing.
Okay. So, make a rouse check first.
Okay, I'm aroused.
By the way, Will, I got an 8 on my rouse check.
Okay.
All right, 9 for the rouse check.
Nice. Is Melvin also turning on Silence of Death?
Well, yeah, it's free, so yeah, I'll turn that on.
Yeah, dude. You used to have to be an Asimite to have that power, man.
That
Now
was
it's for
the
everybody.
first power I got. That was the first flipping power.
Yeah. The order you want to, like, normally you would activate Silence of Death first and then Unseen Passage.
Okay.
Because that way, Silence of Death makes sure that you make no sound to threaten breaking Unseen Passage.
Well, the only reason I'm glad I did it now is because when the army of Nosferatu are seen, they're probably going to start looking everywhere to scurry. So odds of them looking in my direction heightens.
Yeah.
I figured they were willing to attack one Nosferatu. At the very least, maybe they'll be willing to try and stand their ground and maybe waste some ammo at the others. And in the meantime, we can come in and raise hell and save our precious Teddy.
No, and in the meantime, I want to use fleetness just so that I can, when all this is happening, right? I want to just go ahead. Who you said? Who's the ones that have weapons?
Just the
That we can
boys.
see?
The
Yeah,
men.
the boys had bats, and the girls were, and the woman was directing them.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And is the woman towards the river or on the opposite side?
No, she's on top of the truck itself.
Okay.
Oh, there's a truck there. She's on top of a truck.
They're trying to get him onto the bed of the truck.
All right. Well,
she's on.
And you said there was somebody working the crane, right? That they were using.
No, there's no crane. It's just the three of them are just like there's two.
There's a crane.
No,
I thought he said there was somebody on a crane.
No, there's
Right,
one. There's one other man on the truck itself pulling, and the other two are pushing this Teddy up onto the truck itself.
And Teddy's knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. Can I?
So yeah.
Since I haven't done the roll yet, can I possibly adjust with you can have the small pack of Nosferatu coming out of the water, but also like fucking freaky noises from like underneath the truck and shit like that, like monsters from under the bed kind of shit.
Okay.
Like so, at least freak them out in every direction.
Yeah. So you're still just affecting the two senses. So it's fine.
Yeah, just the two.
Yeah. And I want to use fleetness to actually just as fast as possible. Trying to pick up speed.
Yeah. And
the two that are pushing Teddy, I literally want to take them like off-screen tackle out of that situation.
All right. Well, give me a rouse check.
Yep.
I have an idea of what I'm going to do.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. So, as you're rushing forward, and you see what they're doing to Teddy, you're flooded with images of just how fast you moved the moment you took your wife's life. Like you're starting to see the night in question from a different perspective. You're starting to the beast is starting to show you much more of what happened, and there is levels of celerity that you still haven't gotten to that you see that are inherent in the blood that you've been given because you have been turned into a vampire. But you basically stand up after being given some of your sire's blood, and the look on your wife's face is one of terror, absolute horror. And before she can even finish turning around to run away from you, you are already on top of her. You've cleared the distance from the kitchen to the living room where she was in the blink of an eye. It is inhuman how fast you are. And as you come back from this memory, make a dexterity and athletics roll.
Oof.
Yay, fun times.
And you get to add your celerity rating to this pool. Remember,
dexterity and what again?
And athletics.
And athletics.
Yeah. What is your hunger?
So that's already
now?
4, and then I'm adding the pool, so that's
yeah.
So that's 6.
All right. So you're hunger 2 now.
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 hunger dice. Oh. Okay, so I rolled a 10 and a 4 on the hunger dice, and then I rolled another 10 and 2 5s.
Okay. So let's have Andreas make a manipulation plus obfuscate roll.
Oh, and I'm sorry, in 1-6. I apologize because that's 6 rolls.
Yeah.
And I'm still operating at hunger 2, right?
Yeah. You guys haven't fed yet.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Apparently, something's about to happen.
All right. 8, 7, 6, and then 5, and then
5309.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like almost, but no. 6 and 5 for my hunger die.
Okay.
You should automatically be able to go down one generation if you roll 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
309.
But only if you're associated or named to character Jenny.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or Tommy, because that was Tommy Two Tone's song.
that's true.
True.
I'll take either one.
That's true, kid.
Yeah. So, as almost imperceptibly fast to the two of you, you see Erickson. Just the after images of Erickson as he blurs forward and completely tackling one of the two guys pushing the Teddy up onto the truck. And even from this distance, you can hear the kind of, it isn't knuckles cracking, but it is kind of that little chorus of cracks that you would get from kind of spreading your knuckles backwards. As you hear this kid's spine just crack in 18 different places.
That's what we call a spiral fracture, kids.
The other kid, the other guy,
I love how you're saying kids now.
yeah, the other guy whips out his pipe, and you notice that everybody just suddenly starts to scream as they point towards the river.
It's just like Tim Burton nightmares everywhere my character turns now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so you Erickson and Melvin have a chance to disbelieve the hallucination.
Okay.
It's gonna be an intelligence and awareness roll.
Intelligence and awareness.
So that's 5 for me.
Okay, that's not bad. 5.
Okay, shit. I say shit because I got a 10 on my wild die.
Oh, God
Or on my hunger die. I got a 10, a 10, an 8, a 6, and a 2.
Okay.
Hmm.
8. You know what? Fuck it. So, 8 and 4 on the hunger, and then a 5, a 10, and a 5, a 10, and a 9. So that's 1,
Okay.
2. So that's 3 successes.
Okay.
It's like my people.
I'd say at the very least that they're somewhat aware I'm full of shit.
Well, you got like 4 successes to activate your power.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
so they've got to beat that. So, Erickson, as you tackle this guy to the ground, you just hear the snarling noises. You can see these, not like a pack of 6 Nosferatu coming up out of the water. They look like creature from the Black Lagoon offshoots. Melvin, for a moment, you see the same thing, but then you see the shadows that are actually making up the images. You can hear the wind being manipulated in such a way to create the kind of moaning, the slobbering noises. Everybody that's by the truck is screaming their head off. They are frightened of this.
They gonna die.
Clever.
For a harder roll, I could have affected touch and like shook the truck a little bit, or at least make
that
them
would've been great.
think the truck is shaking.
That's
Yep.
awesome. I like that. You and your little toys.
Yep.
I got good news for you, man. It's obfuscate.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You'll see.
We're gonna talk. Okay.
Like I said, yeah. We already know we're gonna trade disciplines.
Mind you, now I was just dealing with mortals, and now all of a sudden I see other Nosferatu coming up. Like, great,
Yep.
Teddy's family has come now for revenge.
So let me know when we
I'll
act
stay with
again.
me.
Let me know when we act again, because
Yep.
I know what I'm gonna do.
So we can go back to you. They are frightened out of their minds. One of them is now crippled for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which probably won't be long considering.
Yeah.
I'm preoccupied until I drop the illusion. So.
But you see that she is dropping down and trying to get into the driver's seat.
And that's when I sprint.
Oh.
Because I was going to get in the driver's seat and drive the car while she was on the roof. That's what my plan was going to be.
Okay.
Like Looney Tunes, that fucking shit. Like,
there you go.
Like Three Stooges.
I don't roll the hit, but the truck does.
Yeah. Let's have you roll a...
Welcome to the Anarchs.
Yeah, let's have you roll a strength and athletics.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I don't add potence to that one, right?
No, you would have to activate prowess to have done that.
Okay. Can I also so since I'm silenced, I can leap, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna, if it's faster for me to leap since I have the soaring leap.
Oh yeah.
I have soaring leap, so like 3 times distance.
Christ. And a potence of 3.
And a potence of 3. Yeah.
It's Diablo 2 Barbarian all over.
Well,
again.
remember, it's 5 times your potence horizontally.
Whew.
So that would be 15 yards.
Damn.
Yeah.
That works on any football team.
You will be landing on the hood of the car that will break your obfuscate. Are you okay with that?
That might scare the shit out of her even more.
Is she in the car already?
No.
Like if I were to get there,
she's getting into the car.
And then smash the window.
How about if I go through the door?
That will definitely break the obfuscate.
Right, but will the door go into her and push her out the driver's side?
You want to go in through the passenger door and
Yes.
out through the driver door?
Because the passenger door is facing me, right? Or is it the other way around?
Yeah, it could be facing you.
But I might kill her with my fucking speed.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The other guy is paralyzed. He might know some information if I keep him alive. Who knows?
Yeah, but he'll be in no condition to talk anytime soon.
No.
Up to you.
You know what? I'm part of the Anarchs now. We don't care about the towers. So I'll do it.
Yes.
Give me. Jesus.
Give me.
I forgot about soaring leap.
Yeah.
And I saw it. I'm picturing myself landing and going, and then just having Betty D come from my neck and dive through the windshield.
Give me another strength and athletics roll.
Ooh.
That's gonna suck because that's low for me. 229.
Okay. You leap with everything you've got. You clear the distance almost instantly. But right when you're getting to the door, you run out of steam. And so all you do is just come crashing into the door itself. There is this huge Melvin-shaped dent into the passenger door, the passenger side of the truck, and the whole truck, though, because of your impact, does lift up about to a 30-degree angle from the ground.
But then it comes back down.
And then it comes straight back down.
Okay.
And she backs away.
Am I able to see that?
You hear
It
it.
was good form, good technique. Didn't stick the landing.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's me, Ted, I'm gonna. At this point, I've now. Okay. This man is his quality of life is diminishing as we speak.
Oh yeah.
So I look up, and I see now the chaos that has happened as I did that. I can surmise based off of what I heard with the truck going down that Melvin tried to tried to do what, in my opinion, he tried to do cow tipping with a truck,
Mhm.
and it didn't work out.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try it myself because I thought that was. I look at that and I go, "That's a great idea."
That's exactly
So
how I planned it.
Okay.
that's it's exactly what I'm gonna do.
On the driver's
I'm
side,
beelining. Oh, I did play football,
sure.
so I lower the boom, literally using shoulder in, tuck down, leg, with the stance and everything like muscle memory, and literally just take off to the side of to the middle of the truck so that I'm able to then tilt it so at least it falls on one side. So if they really wanted to drive, they can't.
All right. Roll your strength and athletics.
Está bien.
We'll
Strength
see.
and athletics. Oh, so that's 5. And okay, so that's
I think Melvin needs to work.
7, 2 sevens on the hunger, and then I have a 1 and 2 6s.
Okay.
So 5 successes.
4.
Damn. Nah, this is gonna. 4 successes. Forgive me.
Yeah, you hit the car hard, and there is a moment where, just like in football practice back in high school, a little bit of it in college before you got serious with your
Medical career.
poli sci. But you hit and you come up and you push yourself up with everything you have, and Melvin has to step back as the whole truck just collapses onto its side. There's a heavy crunch. Glass from the windshield shatters and explodes
She's dead,
outward.
isn't she?
No. She wasn't in
Just
the
for
car.
fun, I'm
No.
gonna add a screech and a crunching sound. It sounds like one of the. So it sounds like one of the monsters under the truck got crushed.
Nice. Yeah, you rolled enough successes
Nice.
for that. The one guy who was not on the truck starts to sprint. The guy that was on the truck holding on to the net they have around Teddy goes flying and lands with a heavy crunch, full scorpion.
Oof.
Oof.
So
Oof.
the girl kind of just drops back onto her butt and just tries to start to kind of push herself away from everything that's going on. But yeah, you've got two people unconscious. One is running, and she is just kind of scared for her life right now.
Well, she's the one we need to get. So obviously, I'm gonna drop all pretense of the illusions and dart after her.
Okay.
Can I kick on some clarity to do that? I think I have already. I think I have like 1. Yeah, I just have 1.
I'm gonna activate prowess just in case.
Cat's grace.
Just in case.
In case people want to get froggy.
It's okay. I'm actually gonna go ahead and tend to Teddy, since this is. We only need one person, and there's 2 people not going anywhere. So,
Well, I guess tell me once Eric goes when I can go, because I know what I'm gonna do.
I will let you know that you probably won't need prowess. You have lethal body, so you already do aggravate damage to humans.
Okay.
Excuse me.
oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, you see as the car starts to settle, Andreas kind of rushes past you, and you see him just kind of dart beyond the truck as it's blocking your field of vision now, and you can hear the girl, "Get off me! Get off me!" The one dude is still running away. The other dude, who Scorpion, is now slowly trying to get himself back into a normal human position.
I'm gonna go towards the. You said the one person has a pipe and the other one's had what? Bats?
That's yeah.
I'm gonna go run to the closest one that has a bat, and I'm gonna chuck it at the one running away.
Nice.
Actually, you said there's chains.
There are chains on the floor, yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
pick up
yes.
the chain and I'm gonna
Yes.
like Gaucho style, freaking.
This Bolo.
Kind of nine tails, that bullshit. Rapid caltrops. Fucking.
All right, let's have you do a strength and an athletics check.
And that's what I wanted to rouse because I get the feats of strength.
Just
that
for the
count as-
record, when I'm capturing the girl, I'm trying not to hurt her. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
What
I'm
is
not
it,
this isn't a
strength
dig
and
in the closet and shit.
If you want to do the rouse check for
Okay.
prowess, you can.
What and it's I'm rolling what? Strength and what?
Strength and athletics.
Strength and athletics. Okay. So I got a 7 on my rouse check.
Okay, so you activate
I-
prowess without any
I-
hunger raise.
I got a 3, a 1, and then a 10 on the hunger die.
Well, remember you're adding your
Oh, I have to add.
potence. So you're rolling.
So I had 3 more. Okay.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Okay, so a 10, a 1, a 3, a 9, a 10, and a 6.
Okay.
Because I'm rolling 6 die. That's why I need prowess on it all times. It goes from 3 die to 6.
Yeah. The chain does not feel like a good weapon. But all you really need is for it to just tangle him in some way, shape, or form.
Mm.
And you spin it over your head and then just let it loose like you've seen on, Jason and the Argonauts, on Sinbad's Wild Adventure. Like anytime that anybody has used a bolo, you just channel that.
Bolo.
And the chain goes flying out of your hand like a discus, almost like a frisbee of death. And it doesn't hit his legs, but it does hit the base of his spine.
Oh god.
And this guy
I
just,
dead.
if he is alive, he is not happy, and he's probably paralyzed from the waist down.
If I don't know he's dead, I don't lose humanity, right? I'm not gonna go check on him. No, I'm just kidding. He seems fine. Let's go talk to this lady.
He's just resting.
He's just resting. Put him to sleep.
Those aren't moans of pain, those are snores.
Yeah. But as now, all four of them have been in some way, shape, or form paralyzed from running away. The combat encounter is over. If Melvin and Erickson could add a stain to their humanity, that'd be nice.
See, I didn't think about that. The chain the bat probably would have been better.
Either way, you got
Oh,
two tens.
knowing your role, you would have just hit him directly in the head.
Well,
and his
because I was
brain
going
would have
through
came
the
out the
legs
other side.
I was going through the legs because, like, if the worst case, I break his legs, he can survive.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the other guy's alive too, but he just can't walk for the rest of it. He can't move.
I think that the one guy that got the best out of this encounter with the three of you is the guy that scorpioned. Like he can still walk.
Oh, okay.
He can limp to the refrigerator tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the three guys are unconscious. The girl is being held by Andreas, and Teddy is also unconscious.
I'll go ahead. He's tied up in a net, correct?
Yeah, he's tied up in a net.
I'm gonna go grab the guy that I chained and bring him back over with everybody else.
Okay.
And drag him.
Yeah.
Just drag him over.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
How
Okay.
you notice that when you pick him up by either the legs or the arms to drag him back, there's a moment where you would expect the entire body to move with him, but you notice that the lower half takes a moment to come with him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fine, I'll search the lower half before I go.
No. It's attached. You just shattered a bunch of his vertebrae.
Oh, everything. I'll pick him up, dude. I'll pick him up.
Okay. Yeah, after seeing that, you're just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Why'd you run? I just say why, and I say that to myself. I'm like, why'd you run?
Yeah. Man, you bring.
Do I reckon? Do I recognize the uniform as any like first light or something?
It is not.
Or no?
It's actually this guy is in overalls for what looks to be where is it? Hendrix Auto.
Is oh, he's the one that sees that.
Yeah.
As far as where I'm located, because I'm by the truck
Yeah.
now, I see that Andreas has the woman in question.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go and rip the netting. See if I can look at Teddy. See the extent of his injuries.
It's superficial. There's all just bruising. It looks like they tried to stake him because you can see like some of the splinters from different pieces of wood around the chest area. But there's nothing there to have held him in place.
Mm. The one that's unconscious, the one that I pretty much obliterated the spine.
Mhm.
All right, that one I'll just drag
Okay.
over next to Teddy,
Yeah.
and I'll try to see if I could try to see if I can motion him to wake up.
Teddy? Talking about Teddy?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a few moments, but gentle kind of slapping on the face kind of brings him around.
Mm. And I know that the guy's the smashed vertebrae is still alive. He's just unconscious.
Yeah. He went into shock and just shut down.
Teddy, hey, don't be alarmed. What we'll talk about this later, but uh, if you're hungry, and then I just point over to the guy that's unconscious, and uh, just to make sure that he sees that, and I
Without
start walking over,
hesitation, he just digs in.
and I head over towards Andreas.
Okay. You see Melvin comes back with one of the other guys that ran off.
I tried to stop him. I think I went a little too rough with this one.
I Erickson turns over, gives him the
Behind
thumbs up
him,
of
you can
approval.
see Teddy just devouring the other guy that got tackled.
Yeah.
Is this guy still alive at all?
Yeah.
You might shut it. He is?
He's just in shock and
Okay. I'm gonna just walk over and I'm just gonna once I'm close to everybody else, I'll just drop him on the
Okay.
ground, I'll put him down, and I'm gonna start walking over to Andres.
All right.
I just casually happen to leave him near Teddy, but I'm just walking towards Andres.
It just so happens, hey,
Huh.
he's in the proximity.
And the three of you kind of surround this one girl as Teddy just sits in the background, healing and drinking.
Yeah, once they've joined me, I'll let her, physically let her go. But now it's covered so that she just can't try and run off again.
Yeah.
It's not very nice to kidnap people. Most societies frown upon that kind of thing.
It's also not nice to beat the crap out of them either.
He looks around. We were upholding the masquerade. We were tasked to bring him in.
Oh my god, are these ghouls? Did we just kill ghouls?
They were after Teddy, dude.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm just saying this out of character. Like we just
Yeah.
we just obliterated ghouls.
I'm responding out of character. They're
Yeah.
after Teddy. We didn't have time to ask, and so maybe.
Hmm.
All right, so back in character. Who tasked you?
Master.
Duh. Master have a name?
Several.
Was that Deborah?
Several.
Oh, several. Is one of them Deborah?
No.
You might want to give, a short list of the several that you're talking about.
She shakes her head. I can't give up his identity.
Hmm, you can't.
Do I
If
recognize this person at all?
You could try to give me a wits and awareness roll to see if you've ever seen her.
hmm,
All right, it's 6
yeah,
dice. Let's see how-
considering
No.
yeah, and considering that she's a ghoul, I would imagine we might have seen her at one point.
10. Well, me more so, because if it's upholding the masquerade, it'd be Camarilla.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
10. I got a 10 on the hunger die. Again, I got a 1, a 6, a 9, a 7, and a 1.
You think you might have seen her at one of the Elysiums, but it's been so long and there's been so much going on and so many new faces that you're not sure where or when or who she was even around. But you do remember she was around the Primogen Council.
Okay. You came saying you're upholding the masquerade, yet um, Teddy here hasn't done anything to breach it.
He hasn't introduced himself.
I'm not.
So he disrespected your masters, but he hasn't broken the masquerade.
He's broken tradition. It's good enough.
Good enough.
It's
Good enough.
it's funny hearing the word tradition coming from somebody from the tower, or what used to be the tower, because what's there is not tradition. The way things are going is not tradition. So
Not,
don't
nothing but
put it
tradition.
here. What's going on there is a farce. Who is your master?
Can't tell you.
You know,
I stand up because I kind of feel what's going to happen from my two compatriots, and I'm not there yet.
Mhm.
The tower hasn't pissed me off that much,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna stand up and turn around, and I'm gonna start kind of walking towards Teddy.
Okay.
And turn my back a little bit.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to get into this girl's head without.
Do you see that she's kind of looking
See if I
at?
can get without torturing somebody for information. For
Yeah,
example.
she's looking up, trying to see past the two of you. She's like, "Is Darren okay?"
I want to go ahead and cast awe.
Okay.
Just don't worry about Darren. Keep your eyes on me.
Is Teddy still drinking from the same person?
No, he's moved on to the next guy.
Okay, I grabbed the person that Teddy was drinking because Melvin's pissed. Melvin's like done. I grabbed that. I without turning around, I just lift up. I go, "Is this him?" And I just lift up the body.
She
Just
she looks over at you. She's like, "Oh, uh, no,
Oh,
that's
and I drop him.
that's Ronnie."
I drop him, and I just keep walking.
I'm gonna use awe to see if I can convince, at least to convince her to at least be a little more forthcoming with her information. My apologies. I believe you've seen me around the Elysium, maybe? Erickson Wood. And may I have your name?
He takes a
You
moment.
do realize we're not going to be able to let her leave.
No, she.
That's why I'm walking away, because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
She takes a moment.
I just want some information.
Takes a moment, and then she kind of looks at you, Natasha.
Can I hear there? Can I hear her?
Yeah, if you want to be close enough to hear her.
Okay.
No, that's okay. I'm going to be loud.
Insight check.
Natasha. Very nice. Pleasure to meet you, Natasha. Again, Erickson.
Insight check.
Yeah, do a wits and insight.
And I have a specialty in insight. I don't know what that gives me.
What is your specialty?
It's
detecting lies. Good.
So it's an extra die. Very nice.
Yeah, that means you get an extra die.
Okay, so I'm rolling 8 dice. Let's see how this goes.
See if she's lying.
That's the highest goddamn roll I've seen yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 8. I got an 8 on the hunger die. 8. So it's 8, 8, 1, 4, 1, 1, 9, 9.
Okay.
Not bad.
She is not lying about her name.
Okay.
Now, Natasha, look, we might have gotten off on the wrong foot here. Obviously, Teddy's a dear friend of ours, so the moment we see a situation like this happening, tempers flare, spines get crushed, and things happen. However, I want to be able to work with you. I know that your sire must be part of the Primogen. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to cause any more mischief. I just want you to know that if you are cooperative with us, of course we're going to let you go. And I want to use impeccable lies.
Okay. That's going to be your
Subterfuge and
manipulation.
So that's 4.
Plus you
5,
get to
6,
add.
plus an extra one, that's 7.
Plus you get to add your presence because you have all turned on.
So how many die is that?
3. Your presence is 3.
Oh my god. So that's 10 die, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 and 5 on the hunger. That's 7, 6, 3, 3. And then 4 more. 8, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
That's going to be to my 3. She looks at you. She's just like, we were doing what we were told to uphold the masquerade. My master has dominion over this whole part of the city. You do anything to me, I want to make it hell for you.
Of course, I wouldn't want to impose on anybody that holds dominion over here. And I'm trying to think now while talking with Natasha, I'm trying to remember who has said that they have dominion over this area.
Hendrix Auto, do I know who may have control over that?
Give me an intelligence and streetwise check. See if you know where Hendrix Auto is.
6 dice. Let's see how that goes. I've been rolling a lot of 1s today.
And of course, Natasha, I wouldn't want to, lack of a better Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, it's okay. I know who built it, what year. I got a 10 on my hunger die. I got a 7, a 7, a 6, a 10, and a 2. So
Okay. Yeah.
2 10s, a
You got a
6,
mess
7,
of
7.
critical.
Yeah, but it's informational, so it's not.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to really Hulk out. Um, yeah,
Thank
Hendrix
God,
Auto.
because I put a lot of 10s.
Hendrix Auto is off of Delight Street and Dearborn Avenue. It is not too far from where you are right now. It's in Kaiser.
And do I know whose like domain that is?
It's owned by some human. It's not owned by any kindred in the city, as far as public records are concerned. And nobody has brought it up in any of the Elysiums as a resource.
Okay.
So, Natasha, last thing any of us want to do is anger any of our Primogen part of uh, part of the tower, and I just want to know who I need to pay my dearest apologies and respects to.
No one right now.
Wow, Oz not helping me at all with this situation, is it?
No, apparently not.
Apparently not.
If she's really a ghoul, she probably has some resistance to it. And if she has resistance to presence,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a guess and say Venture or Toreador. Maybe I mean obviously maybe Brewhawk is you.
We'll see.
She kind of looks past you at the bodies and at Teddy, who is now practically healed up.
That's good.
And you see that he's starting to stack the bodies on his shoulder, and he's walking towards the river. He looks back at the two of you.
Yeah. I gesture towards him. Now you see that? That's Upholding the Masquerade. He's cleaning up his mess.
Yeah. He just needs to identify himself in the court.
And I would be happy to address whoever sent you here to uphold the masquerade. Who might that be again?
Like I said, I can't say. It goes against our programming.
I turn towards Andreas and I'm like, I'm. It's rare for me, but I'm at a loss for words at this moment.
While they did,
Teddy, you still hungry at all?
No, Teddy is okay.
while they do that, I'm gonna actually go climb into the car to see if I find anything in there of use.
Okay. In the glove box, you find a pack of cigarettes, a couple boxes of matches. All of them are from Hendrix Auto.
Okay.
You find what looks to be the car's registration. It's registered to a Natasha Davis. Has her home address on it. Not too far from here either.
Oh, we're gonna turn it into a home invasion. Oh.
Okay.
So okay,
I'm trying to think of any way around this other than just torturing somebody else. This is getting a little.
I walk back,
Okay.
and I just walk over and I look at Barker and Erickson and I go, this may not be the best place to get some information from her, but, and then I read out the address. This might be a good spot. She might feel more comfortable there.
Oh, that sounds very homey.
It's a one-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Well, if you want to, if we guys want to relocate, yeah, sure. shove her in the trunk and be on our way.
Shit. Because I was gonna try to do intimidation, but I don't know if I'd be able to.
No, I mean you could still do that. We haven't done it yet.
But I'm not super high on that.
Yeah, no, look, I could have made her think she's on fire by now, but
Teddy comes
You're
back
fine.
and starts to push the truck towards the river.
I'm like, I basically I kneel down towards her and I go, listen. Based on what he said, and I kind of nudge towards Andreas. I go, they like torturing. I don't. I'm a firm believer in trying to be pacifist unless somebody's trying to assault or kidnap an acquaintance. Maybe even a friend. His cat's like me. I would really, really appreciate it. It would go a long way for me to stop these guys from potentially killing you if you gave me some information.
She leans in towards you. She goes, how long have you been part of the tower?
I lean in to her and I go, none of your goddamn business.
I find it funny because it's clear that you have never created a ghoul in your life, or unlife, as it were. Even if I wanted to give you information, I can't. You three sacks of shit don't understand how a blood bond works.
you called me a sack of shit, right?
That was loud enough, I think.
She says that, and I just back up, and I go, I tried. Then I get up and I turn around.
This is as much. This will be as much to just knock her unconscious as anything else. But putting my hand to her forehead, all my sensory memories of the morning that my curse kicked in, and I basically caught the fire in the sunrise with it all in the dark.
Uh-huh.
I want her to feel all of that.
Okay.
When when Andres does that, I grab Erickson by the arm and I kind of pull him.
Hey, I want to see the show. What's going on?
Like,
there's going to be no show, but
I don't think we're gonna get much as insulting as she was. She's not lying. I've seen what happens with a ghoul and the attachment people have. So she's not gonna be able to tell us anything. But I know you guys have your methods. I'm as much as I'm not in league with the tower at the moment. I'm probably gonna step away, maybe scout around, make sure nobody else is watching us. But I'll leave you guys to your devices.
Sure. And I look over to see Teddy, and he's already pushed the car in the river.
Yeah, you hear a loud crunch as he brings it back down onto its wheels. And you see that he's used some of the extra chain to attach the bodies to it. He's just pushing it into the river.
Look at this guy. As I see that, I look over towards Andreas, and obviously it's not a spectacle. It's literally just his hand over Natasha's forehead, and she's just...
He's feeling it all mentally.
Okay. Well, I think Andreas has that covered, although that is something I need to ask him how to do later. I'm going to actually go check on Teddy. I walk over to Teddy. He must be coming back towards us.
He's sitting by the river because the one guy that got that scorpion himself, he was still kind of coming to when Teddy was attaching him to the truck, so he's just watching him drown.
All right.
Teddy's intense.
You see, I'm gonna go ahead and just talking to himself in Russian.
Man, I'm gonna go sit next to him and go, Teddy, how did you end up in this mess?
Teddy was down there, and he kind of points down the river. and Teddy has seen a little boy. It looked like, but not like a real little boy, like a very creature from the Black Lagoon little boy. Like he was very scaly, very dangerous looking. And when Teddy was trying to make do with creating a boat for himself, he got attacked. The girl seemed to have seen through Teddy's ability to hide himself, which surprised me. And in the time it took for me to understand what was going on, the others jumped on top of me, beating me with their sticks.
Okay, but did you happen to hear anything coming from any of them? Any orders? Anything that sounded? I understand, given the amount of trauma that you went through with the attack, but were you able to recollect anything they said?
She just said not to kill me. I was more valuable alive.
Hmm. No names you heard them over say?
No, no.
Did you know where they were going to take you?
They didn't say. They just kept pointing at the truck.
And as far as this boy that you saw,
Was the truck? Is the
where
truck?
was this at?
Is the truck for the auto parts place? By the way.
No, it's not.
All right, damn. That'd be too easy.
Uh, he points to the other side of the river. It was around there, and you can see that the the bend is around um, the the part of West Salem before it becomes Salem town. Like you can barely
Is there
see
any
Orchard Heights Park in the distance.
Okay. So Teddy then saw somebody on the other side by Orchard Heights by the park
No,
on that
it was
side?
on the river's edge.
On the river's edge.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the closest structure to that edge?
I'll tell you right now. There is a kind of motel that overlooks the river on that side called the Somerset Eve.
Hmm. Oh, I'm glad that you were able to help us clear up this mess, Teddy. I didn't realize. Is this how you always? Is this how you're always so discreet with your nightly encounters?
Oh, you have to hide the bodies. You have to make them. You have to weigh them down so they don't pop up and float down the river.
I just in the back of my mind, considering all of the makeshift and considering all the different people that say that they are one thing and that they're not, this I'm fighting the urge to try to make sure that he's telling me the truth, even though I I'm fighting that over in my head, but I'm just taking it at this point as though this is actually Teddy. So I'm
Yeah,
not gonna try to push or probe him.
yeah.
So
You just see that
well,
he picks up his cats. He puts one on each shoulder, and then he holds onto the third one.
hmm,
Incongruously adorable with watching a man drown a minute before.
I know, yeah,
He has
yeah,
levels, bro. He has layers like an onion.
like an onion. So I never asked you this, Teddy. Considering how dangerous this has been and how easily Scroop can find you, considering that they found you uh, through your shadows, uh, where do you normally stay? If you don't mind me asking.
Teddy has several manholes that he has access to parts of the sewer that are big enough for me to kind of just scrounge into and hide away during the day.
Mm. Do you like being down there, or would you rather have a more comfy spot to be in?
And I don't mind.
Above ground.
Don't mind. Back home, things were difficult. It was much harder to find caves to kind of that were close enough to food sources.
Will, I want to find out from you.
Hmm.
I know that my place has burned down quite a number of times, but I technically still own the property, don't I?
Correct. It's still attached to you.
Okay, good to know. Teddy, look, how about we do something that's mutually beneficial for both of us? That bar that I had the last call, right?
Teddy has seen it, yes.
Well, if you happen to go inside, because right now it's currently vacant as it stands at this moment. If you'd like, when you get to the front on the opposite side of the bar towards the wall, there happens to be an actual uh, opening to a secret little room there that myself and many of my friends use to keep as uh, a safe spot to rest for the day. So if you happen to take care of that surrounding area to make sure that this is relatively open for us to travel through, you're free to use that room as you see fit.
It would be almost like having a tree house, but on the floor.
Yes, a floor house. Good job.
The most American thing Teddy can ever want. This is a good
Well,
deal.
I put my hand out to shake.
And he puts Victor into his left hand and he grabs your hand with his big spindly hand and shakes it.
And I motion him to come towards to the rest of the group as we're going, so we can get back to, so we can come back.
Yeah. So while you're having that heart to heart with Teddy, what is Andreas going to do once she's done screaming?
Is she unconscious yet?
Fluttering in and out.
Honestly, he's a little tired. He's a little tired of the senseless violence, hence the non-torture torture, or doesn't leave scratches.
Yeah.
But at this point, like honestly, at this point, all of our friends have been smashed, and it's just it's getting to us. It's getting to Andreas a bit much.
Yep.
So honestly, if Teddy doesn't need to feed or anything like that, I'd just rather leave her here unconscious, and she can wake up later and make her way back to her sire.
Okay.
Which, if y'all are bored, we can still we can try and keep an eye on her. But if she was able to see right through Teddy's disguise, she might notice us. She might notice us trailing her.
You know, see that, knowing that information as I'm walking back with Teddy, I want to try to see if I can use that information. Also knowing that this is a high Primogen council, that she's a ghoul. She's a ghoul for one of the Primogen in the High Council. And the fact that they were able to detect his obfuscate, or that his shadow, I want to try to see if I can decipher, if at least bringing down the list of Primogen down to people that would be able to, that would connect to this.
It would be difficult, but you could try to do an intelligence and occult roll.
Oh, that's going to be my worst roll ever. That's 2.
Welcome to Fuckville.
A whopping 2. A whopping 2. I am the worst person to figure this out.
No, I'm just as bad as you. I'd have the same dice pool right now.
Nice.
That's okay. 10 and a 1, so it's only 1 success.
Yeah. It It is difficult. You try to kind of remember who has access to certain disciplines, and the only one that really comes to mind as far as aspects is concerned is Toreador.
Okay. Let me know once I'm with the rest of the group then.
Yeah. But yeah, you see, after a few moments of screaming, the screaming dies down, and then there's just a thump as the body slumps down on its back. She's completely unconscious, probably destroyed mentally. Uh, and Melvin and Andreas can see that there's a moment where it looks like Teddy and Erickson have come to some kind of accord because they shake hands and they start making their way over to you.
So as they're walking over, I kind of just like look over to Andreas. I'm like, I'm not I'm not one for any kind of senseless killing or any of that yet. Um, but I am concerned about her letting the tower know what we're doing. I don't know if you remember, I mentioned to you guys or a little earlier that they asked me to try to find about Teddy and to look into it. Well, not look into it, but they asked me if I knew about him, and I was able to play it off. But I don't want to lose whatever kind of cover I may have within the tower just yet.
Well, normally, senseless killing, I'm a little more comfortable with it than I should be, but in this case, I'm kind of inclined to agree with you on kind of a little sick of this situation. Man, I'm just
You,
like I'm stalking people up at this point, but I mean, like we can keep her under lock and key with the souls for a bit, but
with her being, forgive me because Mickey didn't get to that part of it, hence why I haven't ghouled anybody yet. Um, can she be tracked by her sire?
that's a really good question. I don't know.
Last thing I want right now is the free souls having a second target on their back aside from the first one that I shared with you earlier this evening.
All right. Let it always be known that I am the imprudent one. Will, do I have one of my guns on me?
Yeah, of course.
All right. No more ghoul.
Okay. Simple.
Am I able to get there yet before this happens?
Now, as you as you and Teddy come to your accord,
If you want, we can have a dramatic moment. Just approaching and just slow drawing. She's unconscious, so it's like not like I need to be in a
Oh,
rush.
she's
yeah.
unconscious. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see that as you're turning around to go up to them, you see that Melvin and Andreas have shared some kind of chat, and in one motion, Andreas just reaches into his jacket, pulls out the gun from his shoulder holster, and then pops off a shot.
When I see him pulling it out, I turn around.
Okay.
I just kind of like turn my head and turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's one less ghoul in the city.
Coming in, I come up and I'm there with Teddy. I'm like, well, Andreas, okay. I love the extreme part about this, but what came to this conclusion just to off this right now?
Well, if we kept her hostage, we don't know if her sire would be able to track her. She can give off any location. Obviously, she's seen us, and Melvin here is still somewhat. At least the tower thinks he's working alongside them, if not with
Hmm.
them directly. So This is more a question. This is more of a question of keeping our identities, at least, or the identities of the assailants, secret. So if the whole pack of these folks disappear, the tower may be inclined to believe that they just ran afoul of whoever they were hunting and it's still gone. Sorry about that, Teddy, because that means it'll be even more pressure on you.
It's okay. Teddy will go take this body to the river.
I look up.
Take this body to the river.
I look up and I make eye contact with Teddy. I'm like, haven't seen you in a while. I come here and have to save you. And I chuckle and I go and I extend my hand. Does he still have my hat?
Not on him, but he does kind of bring you in like a Doug Jones hug.
Okay, perfect. Hugs from an angel. I love it.
The angel of death.
Yeah.
By the way, I wanted to ask. Andres brought up a point about if the sire can actually detect whether or not a ghoul or where their ghoul is located. Considering I have made a ghoul before, would I know that information if that is possible?
You've never tried to find out where Michelle was?
Where Mitch is, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't know if that's something that you just never got around to doing? But as of right now, it's not something.
I want to try that now.
Did Kenny just interrupt my hug from an angel?
He did. It has been more than a month since you've given her blood, so she's not your ghoul anymore.
Okay, pobrecita.
Yeah. So you reach out, you try to extend some kind of supernatural sense, but in your mind you're like, I don't remember the last time I fed her. I don't think she's even my ghoul anymore. Yeah. That's why I can't feel her.
Okay.
I am kind of I kind of tap Teddy and give him and I go, you're still as handsome as ever.
It's the head. And then he kind of puts his hand up on his head. He's like, they took my head, these motherfuckers.
Oh, they took it? You know where?
Was it in the car?
God, well.
I think he would have noticed and taken it out himself while he was tying chains to it and shit.
But yeah, no, you see him kind of with a little bit more pep to his step. He takes the Natasha's body to the river, and he actually goes into the water.
Because he has nothing to tie her to.
Yeah, and after a few minutes, he comes back up, and he is holding a wet hat.
Excellent.
He's holding a wet hat.
So when he comes back, I tell him just straight up, I just ask him, I just say, Teddy, I just need to hear it from you. You're not responsible for all this craziness that's going on here.
No, of course not.
That's good enough for me. I can do just for shits and giggles, I'll do an insight.
No. What's an insight?
So okay.
Just to make sure, if we're skirting the line, let's skirt the line just on the side of good.
Yeah. Oh no, this is okay. I got a 1 on the hunger die. I got a 3, 6, 7, 9, 8, 4, 1. So 2 1s, a 7, 9, 8, and a 6.
Yeah, 4 successes. Yeah, no, he is pretty honest about him not being responsible for anything that transpired so far.
So the tower seems to feel differently. If you somehow do get involved, or the tower somehow we're not here to help you out, or they somehow get their hands on you, hide the hat. You don't know me.
It's just like the one time that Teddy was with the Baba Yaga.
Just like that. But you just told me about the Baba Yaga.
But the Baba Yaga is in the home country. Baba Yaga cannot reach me here.
As long as you don't kill his dog.
Her duck.
The Baba Yaga.
Or no, John Wick, because they called him Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, but I said, you need to keep your head lower than what you obviously have been. If it wasn't for your cats, we wouldn't have known where you were at. You were going to be with the tower already, and God knows what they would have done. This tower seems real trigger happy.
He nods.
Why don't you tell them, Teddy, what you just told me? What you found out before all of this started happening?
About the what? The ice cream?
When
No,
the fuck did we
the
get
little
it?
fish boy.
Oh, there was a little scaly boy across the river. He was going to follow him before this group showed up and beat him.
No, not only that, they saw through his. They saw through his.
Now she and kind of points to the river. She had seen me even though that I was hidden with the shadows.
Mhm.
Hmm,
Yeah,
that's concerning.
and seems like where he saw this figure was by this hotel on the edge of the river, on the edge of the river bend over there. And I point towards that area.
I wonder if that's the thing that's been responsible for a lot of the action over here that Tower's concerned about. Because they think it's him. And I point to Teddy. Hence all this.
Well, for now, Teddy's going to use Teddy, if he so wants to, can use our safe room there in the last call until we can try to figure out more of what's going on here. But
He nods. It would be good to get over there. Almost sunrise.
Oh, he's got a very good point.
yeah,
You both have room there for me?
Yeah, we're getting a little crowded in the back of the van, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. The driving thing.
it's the mobile haven.
Yeah. You could drop me off at my haven if it's too crowded.
We may not have a choice in the matter, but just in case there is room.
Okay.
If we're overcrowded, just my ghoul just won't open the. He's not going to open the. He won't open the back of the truck until it's well after sundown.
So I'd start moving.
Yeah, you guys get back to
Yep.
the bar. Shepard pulls up, and as the back of the tractor trailer portion of the truck opens up, you see August.
August.
Yep.
Um,
Weren't we trying
what
to
is
keep?
August doing here?
Yeah, weren't we trying to keep him hidden?
Yeah.
I kind of step back.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I heard you guys were in trouble, so I want to make sure that if you need any help, I was available.
Oh, August.
Yeah, August.
Yes. That's August.
Okay.
I'm touched, but you gotta keep yourself hidden, man. That was top priority. You know that.
You know, we stick together though. Like one of us is in trouble, we're all in trouble.
Yeah, and that's why I love you, but I'm just gonna stay worried about you. So we got to keep you hidden, man. Get back in the van.
I take out the file. I'm just like,
Yep,
Oh, great. Here we go.
that's him.
I'm like, well, you may want to listen to Andreas over there, and I toss it to August.
Kind of lets it hit him and fall to the floor. And the pictures kind of scatter. Oh man, these are terrible angles of me. Who took these?
The people hunting you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. By the way, while this is going on, let me take a quick scan up and down the street. It says,
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask too. Because now at this point, it's like, great.
I was like, you know what?
He's out
You
in the
know what?
open now.
It's just about time for the Yakuza to show up and say that they need this guy too. So
Yeah, you guys are running around with two of the most wanted people in the whole city. But yeah, looking up and down the street, there's nobody around.
okay.
I
But
climb
still.
inside the van.
Okay.
I'm just like, I just go up to August. I'm like, Melvin, and I take my hand out.
Takes his hand. August Brandel.
Well, August, Andreas and Erickson and myself are kind of coming to a sort of agreement. So I'm going to be writing with you guys for a bit. Full disclosure, I'm a pretty damn good detective because here you are. But obviously, I'm not here to do anything taking you in or anything like that. They told me to find you. Found you. Job's done.
He nods.
Do me a favor.
That's
There's a
logical.
lot of favors that I'm having to tell people. And I look at Andreas and I go, maybe I should directing this to you. Don't let me know where he's at. Don't let me know. So if I get asked,
You don't have to lie.
I don't have to lie.
All right, that's fair. For the location for where, I mean, I don't even know where your haven is, but we close enough to be able to drop Melvin off before sunrise?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Not if you want to stay untoasty.
Yeah, no,
Untoasty.
I definitely want to stay untoasty, but then I just have to plan the loopholes for tomorrow night. So basically, I just have to make sure he's not listening when I tell Shepard and everyone where to head out.
Well, it's simple. Hey, Melvin, give me a second. And I just walk away.
Yeah, no, this is just my character making plans for the following
Right.
evening. You realize,
Okay.
I'll deal with this later.
August hops down and he's just like, well, I'll stay here for the day. Then I'll make my own way once the sun goes down. We'll get some of the brothers to come in and give me a ride somewhere.
Yeah, I'll see that they're there.
I pick up the file and I'll put it back in.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to leave traces that Melvin was here.
And Teddy kind of puts his hand on top of August and he's just like, Teddy will take care of you once we are inside the clubhouse.
Great, it's clubhouse.
Yeah.
So wait, are all the cats in here too?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But no, but
I
Teddy and August are going to be staying in the safe room that the last call has.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Meantime, you got to play. You can just crash in the van for that because it's a lot less crowded without Teddy in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All there is just like a big chest, and two motorcycles. But you do notice that there's a false wall that they kind of open up, and there's a bunk bed where Andreas and Erickson kind of spend the day.
Okay.
I don't mind resting on the floor.
I've
No.
slept on worse.
Once the sun comes up, none of us know anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Very true.
I go, with all due respect, Senator, I'm used to sleeping on newspapers. So I just like curl up on the floor in the corner and I just put my hat over my head.
And I say it under my breath. Senator.
And I have a quip under my breath about prisons and getting the top bunk, but considering the camps, it's a little too dark even for me to think about.
Yep.
A little bit. But
A little bit.
what do you guys want to do the next day? Or do you want to jump to a specific time period? Because you free Teddy.
Yeah, we freed Teddy. August just can't keep his fucking head down.
Yeah.
We can hunt for that gangrel kid, which I'm assuming it's a gangrel.
Well, that's what I
We
was going
can't
to
assume.
suggest was going back to that location and trying to trace the steps.
Yeah,
To see
I
if we
mean, for now, I also gave Teddy the option of staying in um the last call, so he'll be able to, at least for the time being, until that gets spotted out, he is safe in there because it's been relatively clean. So hopefully, when whatever we're doing, we can come back to him to see if he's found anything in that area that's suspicious.
We'll get lucky and the werewolves will have moved back in or something.
Oh, great.
I'm just saying.
'cause I'm wondering if my call to Otis King should be sooner or later.
Ooh.
The question.
I want to do. I want to investigate because if this kid was just recently seen there the night before, I kind of want to go back to that spot and see because there is this shit going on in this area that they think it's Teddy. So if we can
Yeah.
give them
The real
who it
culprit.
actually
Something.
is,
Or at least
Actually, that's
info.
not a bad idea. Give him something to take him off the scent. Well, considering that we killed essentially, possibly 4 to 5 ghouls.
I didn't kill
We know at
anybody. I
least
just
one of them.
paralyzed somebody.
Yeah, so did I. I
I didn't
paralyzed
kill.
him to the point that he got
I didn't kill anybody.
not a
Teddy
single
killed
person.
somebody.
Right,
Eric,
That's true, kid.
Guilt is like a
That's
bag of
true, kid.
bricks. All you got to do is set it down.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'd say we go back the next night to try to look for Scaly Boy, but I don't know what you guys think.
No, I like the idea because that is pretty much that is the biggest lead that we have right now in terms of who is causing this mayhem in this area. I mean, I think we all relatively unanimously trust Teddy. So we don't see Teddy as somebody that's lying to us. So of course, I'm going to take his information at face value.
And he's thumbing his nose at the tower, so I just enjoy his presence immensely. Besides, we just murdered 4 people basically on his behalf last night. So
Correct.
if finding evidence to exonerate him, the next logical step, and plus if nobody's shooting at us when the sun goes down, I'd say we just go after. We can go look for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else.
So I would imagine,
our noses at the tower. Keep the kid with us.
yeah. The idea, though, would we want the mobile haven to already know the area? So by the time it's sunset, we're already at that location, or you think that's too, or you think that we should wait, just in case they get tailed?
No, don't pull up and drop us right back off at the spot. There was just some action there last night, whether they know exactly what happened or not. So let's not suddenly pull up and come piling out of the van for them to recognize later.
How about we just have them drop us off across the river
At the hotel.
at
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
hotel
saying.
where the boy was.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll work.
Yeah. The only thing is that I don't know, considering that we know that the free souls are being followed. Obviously, they have several different avenues of of people looking at the free souls. Not just Melvin, but they also wanted us. Obviously, they also wanted so can only imagine how many people are actually following the free souls. So, um, do you think it's gonna be eventually they're going to see, unless we do this very carefully, all 3 of us together? So I don't know if you guys are okay with us just stopping at that spot, or us figuring out a different vehicle to get to that spot.
I ask. I ask. Are we doing next? Well, no. Once we start the next night,
Mhm.
I guess, because I have
Yeah.
a question I want to ask you guys once we decide where we're going to go. I mean, I think it's fine going if we go across the river. That's separate from where the gunfight was, but wherever you guys want to stop, I'm fine with it. I don't.
The
Okay.
short distance away is fine. I just didn't want to make it that obvious.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So no, I still want to go to that spot since that's where the last that this person was spotted.
So, when we wake up,
Mhm.
I ask both of you. I say, hey, kind of a weird question, but Do you guys have potentially anything in my size? I don't necessarily. I'm pretty out in the open with my trench coat and my fedora. Given what I'm doing right now, I'd rather be a little bit more incognito and just be generic.
Yeah. Do I have
Ugly
do I have
guy.
any? Yeah. Do I have any replacement rags hanging around in the Haven? Will.
Not in the Haven, but they can be acquired.
All right. So I'll see what I can do, and I'll get in contact.
Mind you,
Not wearing and not giving him free souls clothes or anything like that.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's just like, hey, why not? Just
No,
put it on.
More inconspicuous.
It's still
Yeah.
still a motorcycle club. The colors are sacred. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you ask for clothes, considering we have one person that's dressed up like he's part of a motorcycle club. You have me, who is essentially wearing a three-piece suit at all times, and then you're wearing a trench coat and a fedora. We're kind of like a mishmash, odd couple.
Well, yeah,
odd
but the
group of
problem
people.
is that people from far away know Melvin wears a fedora and a trench coat.
Okay.
I'm trying to make myself as incognito and inconspicuous for easy identification of Melvin.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
so yeah, I'll have the boys scare him up some clothes.
In the meantime, I'm gonna leave my trench coat and my fedora in the van.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out my badge too and put it in there so they don't see. Even though he knows I'm a detective, but I don't want to carry the badge either.
Okay.
Mm.
We're getting our hands dirty now. So
Mhm.
law dog, go around here, law dog.
So you get dropped off at the Somerset Eve motel. Where are you going to start your investigation?
I'd say by the water, right?
Yeah. Start where Teddy been pointing the night before, where he said he spotted the kid.
All right.
Oh, you're the detective. I'm following you, good sir.
Yeah. Intelligence and investigation.
And I'm gonna whistle for Betty D to take a look too.
Betty D.
Intelligence and investigation. So 6 dice.
A little.
And we're all doing that as well.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
want
gonna
to,
help
yeah.
him. I'm gonna help him. I have a couple dice to put in that.
Okay.
Super hunger.
4, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm not helping you with this. I only got 3 die.
Yeah, I got a
Um,
4 and 6 on the hunger and a 3 on the regular die.
Okay. So
10, 3 on the hunger, and a 5. So you're only getting 1 out of me.
Yep.
And whatever Betty D does.
Yeah. Between all of you, you find what looks to be these webbed feet prints. They're three-toed, but it also looks like there's some kind of like a chicken's back thumb, because there's like a little indentation, a conical indentation like behind the three-toed web.
Mm.
But yeah, do you see there's a couple of them leading towards the river and then one of them leading back.
Well, I don't think
Yeah.
any of us is very good at a submariner investigation, so we may want to follow the tracks going away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which looked fresher?
The ones going into the river.
So that means that whatever he went to, he was done with that and came into the river then.
Most recently, yeah, he hit the water, so he could be anywhere now.
Well, let's follow, I guess, and see how far the footprints, like you said, went out.
Yeah, might lead to where his haven is, or whatever it's passing for it right now.
You follow them back into the parking lot of the motel, and before the mud dries off, you can see that they've barely gone 20 feet towards a parking spot, and then they just stop.
So he got in a car.
Just straight up stopped. Okay, yeah. Or he got
out of a car.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, because the feet are going towards the parking lot.
Right, but the freshest prints are going towards water.
Back, right.
Could have met somebody.
Will,
What?
is the van still there? Or does after they drop us off, do they leave?
They leave.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I should have taken my badge.
Great. That's the badge time.
Well, because here let me ask this question, Will.
Yeah.
I look at the motel. Do they have cameras?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
It's
the
that
early
kind of
80s.
motel.
No, it's the early 80s. These
Like,
places
if
aren't
there is a
necessarily
camera, it's gonna be in the
out.
office.
Yeah. Okay. If there's a camera, it would be in the office.
So, but what I'm saying is, so like, there's no cameras like facing out into the parking lot.
Not to where you are right now. No.
Okay. Where are they facing?
But-
Any facing the water?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say go in there and Erickson with his charm could be like, hey, do you mind if I see the camera?
Hey, just give me a second.
Is there only one set of prints, or does it look like this person's been doing this trip back and forth a few times?
It looks like if it's not a back and forth situation, then there's at least 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one suggestion. Andres, maybe have one of your guys stake this area out, because it looks like, and I show it to you guys. It looks like he's made whoever this chicken-footed, webbed-footed child is. He's made about quite a few trips back and forth to this spot.
Oh, I can make some phone calls later tonight, but yeah, for right now we're
Okay.
kind of stuck.
I look up at the motel and I
So-
see, and I look at the motel, and I want to see if there's any rooms that look like that have a window facing out towards that area, that parking lot.
There are 4 that look out at the river. The 2 end caps on either of the 2 floors. They have a window that looks at the river.
Okay. And right now it's still early night, so this is still 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
type of deal.
it's about 8:30.
So I can surmise that if there, I can tell that there's no lights on, so that means at least there's nobody in that, from what I can tell, inside those rooms.
All 4 of the rooms are dark. Yeah.
We could always just do an old-fashioned stakeout.
I mean, I'm used to those. How about you, Governor?
State senator.
I'm just gonna be naming different things every time.
I mean,
Yeah. What do you think, Mayor McCheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayor McCheese.
What do you think,
I mean-
DA?
What do you think, Constable?
What's your 2 cents, court reporter?
Let's ask the stenographer what he has to say.
What is it? Can the
bailiff?
Oh my God! Well, bailiff. There you go.
Yeah.
Can the bailiff please address the court? So, if I don't mind having one of the free souls take a gander and watch out here, but I think that if we're here when this happens, who knows? Spend the night, maybe 2. If you say that this is a more than one occasion, I imagine this is going to end up happening again, right?
When he brings up the stay here midnight, maybe 2. That gets a sharp look for me for a second.
No, and I look back at him, I go, okay, at least one of us.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. The second he said maybe two, I was like, yeah, not all of you.
I
maybe fucking not.
Maybe fucking not.
I say, you know what? It may not be a bad idea. Especially given the events of last night, maybe laying low a night. I've got no problem.
You know, we could also. I mean, could be a double stakeout. Could be keeping an eye on the river to see if any people show up with a particular interest in the spot where we didn't murder a bunch of people.
Touche.
True.
Okay, well then, I'd say the eyes have it.
Okay. You hear the sound of a big block engine coming towards you, and you see an Oldsmobile Starfire pull up. Not the spot where the tracks end, but one of the spaces near it, and you see an older gentleman get out, walk towards the office.
Do I recognize this? Any description that you can provide to us?
He's maybe 5'8", 5'7", tousled gray hair, way past a 5 o'clock shadow and well into the beginnings of a beard. Salt and pepper. Looks to be medium build, a little bit stocky. Wearing what looks to be, an office style shirt. Top button undone, no tie, sleeves rolled up, suspenders, no belt, slacks. You can hear the clacking of office shoes as he walks on the pavement.
I start walking towards the building.
Okay.
Because we're getting a room, aren't we?
Yeah. I just want to take a glance at the vehicle that he came in.
And if we all don't want to be seen together, we can send the respectable dude and the two obfuscated gentlemen can we can slip up there a little more surreptitiously.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I
Let me walk in there and just give my my charm, so to speak.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll just walk into the motel.
Yeah. As you're walking towards the office, you see the door open. The older gentleman says, "Thanks, Lewis," and he just looks at you and says, "Oh, sorry," and he holds the door open for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Erickson.
Nice to meet you. And he starts to walk towards the whatever room he's rented. You hear from behind the counter, "Can I help you?"
Well, hello there. I just wanted to know if, as far as any rooms to rent, and I tend to be very partial about uh, having a view of the water. If you have anything that has that corner, I saw that the corner lots that you have there are look to be empty.
Yeah. We only take cash. Is that all right?
I take out some, like, I don't take out all of it, but I take out a good portion of what we have left. 100. I look back at him. I look down. I go, well, I have no problem with that. Just looking for a couple of nights.
Just you?
And I take out another 100. I go, yeah, just me.
And you see him. He's about to turn the ledger around so you could sign your name, but he just signs a name, and he's like, "All right, we'll call it 30 a night then, if it's just you." And he looks down at the ledger. "Mr. Smith."
Welcome to Port Royal, Mr. Smith.
Welcome to the Port Royal. I appreciate it, and I didn't catch your name.
Lewis.
I'm sorry, Lewis.
Lewis Thompson.
Lewis Thompson. I appreciate it, Lewis, and I take it that I like to be a very private individual. I tend not to be disturbed in the next couple of days that I'm here. If that's all right.
Sure. Makes me know, never mind.
I appreciate it. Yeah. What room would this be?
He grabs the key off the table. He puts it on the floor. Room 211.
Thank you so much. I turn on awe real quick,
Okay.
and that gentleman that was here before me went into that room. This guy's a regular here.
He looks past you for a moment, then looks back at you. He's like, yeah. Yeah, he comes in once a week.
Once a week. Is it always in that same Oldsmobile that's out there?
I've never seen this car, so I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm. He always gets the same room?
No, no, but he's like you. He likes the water.
I appreciate that so much, Lewis. Thank you for that.
Of course.
I go ahead and I don't know where you guys are at because you guys obviously did obfuscate. So I don't know if you're even inside the office. So
Well-
I turn around. I'm like, all right, guess I'm
Well-
going to my room.
It'd be funny if they didn't obfuscate and they're just sitting there by the Oldsmobile.
Yeah, and they're just So
Well, also once he gets up to the room, we could even climb up there and just tap on the windows to avoid anybody seeing us.
Yeah.
It's the 80s. They didn't have safety. You could open those windows and smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
that's true.
How high is it?
It's the second story.
Oh,
Oh.
good. I'll jump up.
Oh
through
my
the
god,
window.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's only one story. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. I mean, literally, just grab the
Yeah.
bottom of the balcony and we climb from there.
I love that in all of the episodes that you were with Connie and Albert, you've never used Soaring Leap. And the one time that you are with these two, you're just like flexing, like just showing off. You're just like, look at me.
Whee!
Well, you know what? You got to put in the work when you're with the
But you know
Anarchs,
what?
bro.
You know what? We never had to. I never got in a situation where I had to go upwards. It was always going downwards because I still remember like the first or second episode that we had to escape Albert's apartment and jump down to the first floor.
Touche.
Most of the time it's going in the opposite direction with Connie and those people.
So some more upward climbs. I got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I'll get into the hotel.
Yeah.
Into the room.
Yeah, you noticed that the two of you, Andreas and Melvin, noticed that the room, one of the corner rooms, the lights turn on as the old man goes into it. And about a few minutes later, you see Erickson walking into the upstairs room right above the one that the old man got.
Okay. And he turned. Wait. And he turned off the light.
No, he turned on the light.
He turned on the light. Okay, good. No, because I was gonna do Eyes of the Beast to see if that he wasn't looking out at us through the I can see through darkness, motherfucker.
His eyes of the beast turn on too.
Oh, I
Oh
think
no!
I staked myself. But you guys,
Do you gleam your eyes at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb at you, sir. You guys go upstairs and reconvene.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, obviously trying to avoid the old man's attention. If he's waiting a moment, he's not at the window, and so
Yeah, no,
take the leap up there. Use cat's grace if I gotta.
yeah, easy enough to get up there. Is Erickson leaving the door open, or is he just waiting for a knock?
Well, the door is unlocked. I didn't know they were going to come out through the window, so that's not open. I mean, they're going to have to give me some kind of notice that they're there because
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
expecting that.
Knock, knock, knock on the window.
Tap, tap, tap goes the window. So I walk over. Obviously, I don't see anything, as I hope. So the
Just
fact that I don't
scare
see
him.
anything.
Just to scare him when he opens the curtain, I just take my mask off so he sees my true form.
Ooh,
And it's scared. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that to you.
Well, I mean, I've seen Teddy.
Broogly.
yeah,
I've seen Teddy. So
yeah.
It never gets, and you never get used to seeing a Nosferatu
Not at all.
real face up.
That's true. But yeah, the three of you reconvene in the motel.
Yep.
All right. Well, I do want to let you know that the gentleman downstairs that came in before me likes to see the river as well and comes here quite frequently, at least once a week.
So be careful if we head down there for any reason. Got it.
Mm, yep. So I have a feeling that this is also a person of interest.
Do you want? I tell Andreas, I say, should one of us maybe obfuscate and just hang out by his window and see if he looks out?
Just stared dead at him.
No, but see what he's doing. If he,
Suppose?
well,
I
I mean,
mean-
because that seems like
That's true. All right, rock, paper, scissors, see who goes.
I don't know. You would just roll one die and see who gets the higher. We'll just do that, and then lower goes.
That works for me. Okay.
Honesty system here.
Honesty system. We're on the honor system.
Yeah,
8.
7. So I'll go. So I'll be like, please don't look at me.
Nobody look at him.
Nobody look at me. I'm invisible. Can you see me?
I'm glad somebody brings up that reference. God damn it.
That's what I always think of. I feel like I'm him, Cal from freaking Mystery Men every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do a rouse, I guess. Will.
Yeah. So silence of death and then unseen passage
Yeah. Nope. I failed. So I guess my hunger goes up.
goes up. You get visions. The beast just floods you with memories of the night Mickey embraced you and the pain that coursed through your body, the slow and inevitable turn towards the hideous creature that lurks underneath that mask. But as you open the door and are about to step out into the darkness of West Salem, you notice that the passenger side rear door of the car is open.
Is it dark? Or
It's
can I see it?
it is a half moon right now.
So but if I do Eyes of the Beast, I can still stay in obfuscate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll trigger. I'll activate Eyes of the Beast.
All right. There's nothing. There's just an open door in the parking lot. And after a moment, you hear a splash by the river. And I think this is a good spot to end it tonight.
Damn it.
So I'd like to thank all of you for joining us as always. I hope you're enjoying yourselves as much as we are. Please take care of yourselves. Continue to wash your hands. Continue to wear your masks in public. Continue to keep your distance. Anything you can do and are willing to do to kind of keep yourself safe and keep others safe is fantastic. If you are of age and you can get yourself vaccinated, please consider getting yourself vaccinated. There's numbers are rising last I checked because of this new variant. So please take care of yourselves, take care of others. And always, mental health is a serious topic in the channel. All of us are advocates for getting yourself the help that you need. As such, if you're watching live, there's going to be phone numbers going up in Twitch chat right now. If you're watching on YouTube, they'll be in the description box below. But just feel like it is okay to not be okay. Do not feel like mental health should be stigmatized or considered a taboo subject. It is part of our general health, and the better off we are mentally, the better off we are physically. So please take care of yourselves. If you are a friend or family member of somebody that is normally a strong or happy-go-lucky personality, please check in on them, because you never know how a simple hello or how are you can change the trajectory of somebody's life. If you're not in the United States, there's a link going up so you can find the resources you need in the country that you live in. I believe the link has over 50 or 60 countries available. So if you don't find what you're looking for, there are still resources out there. Google is your friend. But as always, we will see you on a Saturday where you'll see a couple of these faces come back for a special one-shot. And if not, you can find me tomorrow at McStabber Studios for our Werewolf second season. I am missing the hell out of my first season character, but I think this second season character is going to be a load of fun. So if you want to see me play a werewolf, please check out McStabber Studios. They are fantastic. Check them out anyway because they do fantastic stuff with their programming. And if not, we will see you next week Friday for our D&D session. So as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night.